Bonjour! Am I saying that correctly? What's going on, film clubbers? It's me, your boy Carson. What is it, day 3 or 4 of self-quarantining? I've been outside a little bit. I went for a delightful walk earlier, kept my distance, but I got some nice sunlight and some fresh air, which I definitely recommend. But I watched our movie this week, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Am I saying that anywhere near correctly? If you read it, it looks like Cherbourg. I don't fully know how to say it, but that's one of the best parts about this club, is that sometimes we watch movies that I don't even know how to say what their title is. We watched one that I'm pretty sure is called Tuki Buki, unless I'm saying that one wrong. We watched one called Vivre sa vie, which I feel so classy when I say that. But The Umbrellas of Cherbourg was so delightful. Oh man, did you watch it or have you seen it before? It's a musical. It's a wonderful musical, so charming and delightful, and not in the way that you would necessarily think when you think of musicals. It is billed on the poster as the first on-screen opera, or I think something like that, because every single line of dialogue is sung. The entire film is completely sung through. Michel Legrand, if I'm saying that correctly, he wrote the music for it. And directed by Jacques Demy, who is really good. I didn't know until I watched this movie. But yeah, every single line is sung. And what's cool is a lot of the dialogue, a lot of what they're singing about is not really what you would hear in your traditional piece of musical theater music. They're pretty much just having normal conversations that happen to be completely sung through. And what you wind up getting out of it is you kind of get this elevated version of a pretty normal, very realistic, very human romance. It's a gas station attendant and a girl who works for her mother at her mother's umbrella shop. They fall in love. He gets drafted to war and has to leave. They try to maintain a relationship, and time comes between them. I don't want to give away the ending of all of this, but what was really nice was I don't speak French, clearly, but one thing that I really enjoyed was kind of once I got into the fact that I was going to have to read these lyrics, the dialogue, I would do my best to kind of keep my eyes up because every shot is so colorful. Jacques Demy, man, he put so much beautiful color. The whole opening sequence is this overhead shot of a rainy cobblestone street, and you just see colorful umbrellas kind of walking by as this beautiful music is being introduced. And it isn't really until the main theme kind of shows up. So one of the people in the club here actually commented that once that theme showed up, and they're kind of talking about what am I going to do without you, that I really started to kind of settle into what we were dealing with. And this musical theme repeats kind of throughout the film, and they sing about different things, but it is kind of this same melodic thing that keeps coming back around, and it's just so beautiful. And I wish I spoke French because then I'd be able to sing it right now and sing it out. And I couldn't even tell you how any of the music goes. I couldn't hum any of it for you, but I just loved listening to it, and it actually made the movie go by pretty quickly. I looked up, and because it's broken up into these three parts, and so after part 1 I was like, oh, it's like the end of act 1, it's intermission, and I was already 45 minutes into it, and I was like, oh wow, look at that. Listening to the music, it just kind of happens slowly but surely. But these two lead actors are so easy to look at, and anyone that's seen the movie before knows that. But yeah, I don't know how to say their names, and I don't want to keep saying French things incorrectly. But Catherine Deneuve, I don't think I said that right, but she is something else, man. Oof. Patton Oswalt, right turn, am I right? Patton Oswalt does on the Criterion Channel an episode of Adventures in Moviegoing, and he's talking about movies that he likes, and this was one of them. And he talks about how there are times where certain filmmakers will get a certain actor and film them kind of at their natural prime, and we're lucky enough to get to see it. He mentioned Paul Newman and Cool Hand Luke as another example of this, but this idea that just beautiful people being on screen at just the most beautiful part of their life. And yeah, I loved watching these two people fall in love and try to maintain what they have, because it is so beautiful. And I didn't cry or anything while watching this movie. I feel like maybe if I wasn't reading the subtitles and I was able to be a little bit more engaged visually and just let what they're saying just penetrate my heart, and then look at these beautiful colors and these beautiful people, I would have perhaps been more moved by the end. But that is definitely not to take away from how absorbed I was in the story, and the music. I can't stop thinking about how much I liked it. I looked up Michel, I already said his name, Legrand, and was listening to some of the music, because since the entire thing is sung through, there isn't really a soundtrack, because it would just be the entire audio for the film. It would be like 2 hours long. But yeah, you can go on YouTube, and if you don't have the Criterion channel or don't have any way to watch this whole movie, you can at least see some of it and kind of hear some of it, and just know that this little French opera, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, exists. And man, oh man, it's such a delightful treat. So if you have some time during this quarantine, you should really find a way to watch this film. I strongly recommend it. It's so great. If you are one of our Facebook group members, I did just write a review. I can't figure out really how to post long videos on there. I don't know, feeling old, but I don't know how to do it. So I still wrote out kind of my thoughts and feelings about the film, and you can feel free to read them on there or comment on there, or if you have seen this film or are curious about it or whatever, if you just want to connect in any way, because we're all kind of inside at the moment, feel free to reach out to me. We're going to pick another movie tomorrow. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm thinking something probably kind of on the lighter side. It's just heavy out right now, and while people are at home watching Contagion and stuff like that, I figure a couple of these might break the cycle a little bit of news or Contagion. But yeah, hope you're all good. I wore my Jets, my West Side Story shirt for this. I thought it was appropriate since I was talking about movie musicals. But yeah, enjoy. Love you guys.